Hey, today I'm going to talk about The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This is Nic Cage's new movie. It also features Pedro Pascal and Tiffany Haddish. And the basic premise is Nic Cage plays himself, essentially, and he's sort of in a slump career-wise. He's just like waiting for his next big thing to help bring him back, though he didn't really go anywhere. And then he's also struggling with his wife and teenage daughter. He just can't connect to them anymore, and he just doesn't know what to do there. Thankfully, Pedro Pascal comes along and is like, hey, want to hang out with me for lots of money? And he's like, sure, after some convincing. This movie's pretty solid. I'm not entirely sure what I didn't like about it. I will say, if you're interested in this, go for it. It's definitely a lot of fun. I put it in the quite like section, so it's essentially a 4 out of 5 for me. If I were to guess what didn't work for me, my working hypothesis is that the movie is kind of just like a buddy movie. It's about two guys really just hanging out, trying to deal with their stuff. But then it kind of slowly morphs into an action film, and the movie is very self-aware. It calls attention to it, and it talks about why it's doing it. And I get why it did it, but I don't think the movie needed to do it, and I think that actually hurt the movie. I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't the most original of stuff, which again, the movie did call out. So it just, I don't know, it didn't quite work for me. Kind of the more they got into the silly action stuff, the more I was just like, eh. But reading through the IMDb trivia, apparently there was a big action set piece at the end that they did film that was very meta and very referential to a lot of Nic Cage's other films. And I think that would have been a great, solid, fantastic, action-y end to this movie if they really wanted to do an action end. But don't let me dissuade you. Again, I liked this movie a good solid amount. It's a quite liked, it's a 4 out of 5 essentially. So I would say if you're intrigued by this movie, go for it. It's a lot of fun, it's silly, it's ridiculous, it's super meta. If you're a fan of Nic Cage, you're gonna enjoy this movie. And then as for my ranking, I put this at number 14 in the quite like section. And this is out of a total of 20 new movies so far this year.